Let's see how results are captured and what we can do with drill down information. So this is a test that I've conducted using AppRTC. I have 4 browsers in it. In the test itself, they are split into 2 sessions. Each session is 2 browsers that are talking to each other. Okay. And what I see is here is the result of all of them for the video. I can change it to voice, or I can look at it by probe. Things here seem fine. They get to 2.1 megabits per second for the video. And now let's drill down. I can see that there's a warning here. Let's see what this is about. So drilling down, I can see that I'm running about 2 megabits per second incoming and outgoing for this specific probe and browser. And then I see here that there is a warning that comes from the Google APIs about ICE configuration. We'll check in a minute what that is about. We're running here VP8. We're starting to play with machines to see the type of machines that you're using or how they affect that. If I open the media tab, I'll see the screenshots that are taken. Google just added here a message. This is a demo of AppRTC. That's great. We know that already. If I look at the performance tab, I will see the CPU on my machine. That's the yellow line here. It gets to around 80-85% of CPU use. So we're like squeezing everything we can out of the CPU for this test. As I said, we're running VP8. Audio looks fine. The graphs are nice. Jitter and round trip are fine, below 30 milliseconds for round trip. Both probes are running on the same machine at the moment. In this specific configuration, I wanted them in the same data center on the same machine. For the video charts, things are a bit more jittery, let's call it, in terms of the bit rates that we see. And if we go and check what happens in the jitter, we see that it goes up to 150, 200, and then tapers down here. And the frame rate starts at 15, and then after 30-35 seconds, it rises up to 30. Okay, and again, round trip is fine. Now let's drill down to see what happens with this message. Where did this come from? This notification here. I'll go to the advanced WebRTC analytics where we take all of the data and just serve it to you. So we can see that get user media takes AppRTC with a constraint of 720p resolution, and there are no I servers here. So we don't have any turners on our stand server, and that got us connected using host to host. Because they're on the local machine, that happens nicely over the local network. Let's go back to a different test that I have done last week, because this is an issue with the Google availability of the turn servers for this demo, and they're probably throttling that. So I'll take this test from a week ago. Here you can see the same nice line for the averages. Again, by probe, shows fine. You can see that 2 of them have a warning and 2 succeeded. The warning is the same one, so I'm going to skip that one, and I'll go to the one that succeeded. So in the succeeded one, first of all, there is no warning. There's no notification over here. On the media tab, I can see in the screenshot that there is no message here. They added that in the recent week. Okay, and we are running here VP9. This is a configuration on our part of how we launch AppRTC. As I said, we're trying to understand performance. So we took here and put VP9. Let's see what happens here. So again, the same graph of around 85% CPU. Okay. The reason it's the same is because WebRTC is capable of trying to throttle itself and reduce bit rates where needed. And it actually uses a bit less bit rate on average across the whole test, for VP9 at least. Now let's go to advanced WebRTC analytics to see what happens there. Now you can see that I've got all of the stand and the turn addresses. And when they try to connect, there are actually 2 different candidates. One here that failed and one that got succeeded, which is again host to host. So these are the kinds of things that you can see. I can also look at the API calls, look at what happened here, the transceiver that was added, or even look at the whole ICE candidate. Sorry, the SDP offer that was sent or this is the offer message. Okay, so there are things that you can do here with a drill down that you can't do with any other tool out there, or you can do easily in terms of the speed and the pace and the visualization that you get. Thank you.